on the island of Godrum, the magnanimous Nityananda Prabhu has opened a marketplace of the holy name for the deliverance of all fallen souls.
There he calls out, O men of faith, by the order of Sri Gauranga, O brothers, I beg this one request, chant Krishna, serve and worship Krishna, and follow his teachings.
Being free of offense, chant the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is our mother, our father, and the treasure of our life. Carry on your worldly duties, but in relation to Krishna, and give up sinful behavior. Share compassion to all fallen souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna. This is the essence of all forms of religion.
Very good. Now you should be prepared to explain the thing without reading. Explain the bhajan without reading. You are chanting these bhajans since so many years, and you should be expert in explaining, not telling the meaning of it, rather
explaining it on your own voice.
the next session will be this usual. I don't say competition, this system.
Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira hari hari doli
कीर्तनीय है, बहुत अच्छी अच्छी।
अच्छी आवाज़ है।
लगभग अच्छी है।
Shri Radhe Brajajana Mana Sukhakari Radhe Shama
Kirtaniya to come tomorrow also in the temple. We have a program of Maharaj Prabhuji.
They should see our Sangha getting
yeah.
together and doing the program.
So if can possible tomorrow, it's 5 o'clock. Vain, I know it's little far, but आप लोग आ सकेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा.
जरूर आएंगे. क्यों नहीं आएंगे? कल तो संडे है ना.
We have homework.
अब नहीं करेंगे.
Take the homework to the program.
Homework start doing early in the morning. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No.
मैंने आज पहली बार इसके मुख से सुना है. तेरा टीचर कौन है? Who is your teacher?
Piताजी.
Your dad?
The Sangha? No. Yeah, I can send it to you. Email it to you. It's a PDF file.
Dad है हम लोग का अपना सत्संग रहता है तो अपना बच्चे खाते ही हैं.
आजकल बड़ों को चांस नहीं मिलता है.
प्रभु जी बेचारे हमारे पांडे प्रभु जी चाहते हैं गाने के लिए.
मेरा तो हर भजन ही सब गाना शुरू कर दिया. तकलीफ में गाने के साथ.
You want to say?
No,
No, he doesn't
बड़े
get a
लोगों
chance
को
to
मौके नहीं
do
मिलता.
पॉसिबल ही नहीं.
वो पवित्रा जी भी बहुत अच्छा गाती हैं. उनकी
उसको भी
बेटी
time नहीं मिलता.
बच्चे गा जाते हैं.
राजीव
राजीव गाते हैं. उनके बच्चे गा जाते हैं.
राजीव प्रभु हरि नाम करते हैं.
आक्रोध परमानंद नित्यानंद राय.
Akroda Paramananda Nityananda
आक्रोध परमानंद नित्यानंद
Hare
noble Nityananda Prabhu is never angry, for he is the personification of supreme transcendental bliss. Devoid of all false ego, Nitai wanders about the town. Baladev Prabhu and Lakshman get angry, but not Nityananda.
Going from door to the houses of most fallen and wretched souls, he freely distributes the gift of Harinam Mahamantra.
Holding a straw in his teeth, he explains to whomever he sees, "You can purchase me by worshipping Gaurahari."
Saying thus, Nityananda Prabhu rolls about on the ground, appearing like a golden mountain, trembling in the dust.
Lochan Das says, "The simple person who has not experienced the awakening of affection for such an avatar as this simply comes and goes uselessly in the cycle of repeated birth and death."
नित्यानंद अष्टकम भी तो करना है अष्टकम
अष्टकम
लेट हो जाएगा
पर आता भी नहीं हमें आता है हमको
गाएगा ये सब क्योंकि गाते हैं
ऐसे कहेंगे तो वो कोई नहीं
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Bhumipati Prabhuji Jai. Very perfect and kind. Here is the mic. We speak so much, we speak too much. So we speak something about Nityananda.
And put it into the conference, huh? Did you put it on?
Yes. Mukudu was just on, but he just went back.
Okay, so he's. I will put him in the conference. Yeah.
Jnanatimanandasya Gnajana Salakaya Chakshurunaditanjena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manambistam Strapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavani Pracharane Nimbasesha Sunyavadi Pastacha Deshatarane Namo Vishnu Vadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Shima Bhaktivedanta Narayani Tinamine Shri Krishna Lila Kantane Sudaksham Adurya Madhurya Ganascha Yuktam Varam Varenyam Pudisam Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Sitatam Prabhajye Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhavye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Panchatatvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Surupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhakta Mami Bhakta Shaktikam. So today, the most auspicious appearance day, Lord Nityananda Ram. So without Lord Nityananda, how is it possible we can make any spiritual advancement? So in this prayer, Panchatatvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa. So who is Bhakta Rupa? I'm asking the questions. Let me start this nicely. Not Ramacandra. Who is Bhakta Rupa? No, Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Bhakta Rupa, Swarupakam. Who is Swarupakam? Who is the Swarup? Nityananda. Bhakta Avatara. Who's Bhakta Avatara? Advaita. You know, so who is Bhakti Shaktikam? Radha Shakti. And who is the Bhakta? Shiva. Yeah, so these tattvas are all very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming in these 5 features. So Lord Nityananda is the Swarup of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming. He's coming to taste these 3 things that he didn't taste in his Leela, in Vrindavan Leela. So he's coming and he's tasting through Nityananda Prabhu the distribution of what he's come to give the jivas. So we can see Lord Nityananda in his form as Baladev Prabhu, all the jivas, or Krishna's eternal associates, except for the intimate associates that are coming from the Swarup Shakti, who are Radharani's intimate expansions. They're all coming from Lord Baladev in his expansions in the Goloka Vrindavan, the residents of Vrindavan, even the Dham itself. Even Krishna's body, Srila Gurudev mentions, the Sandini Shakti. He's the presiding deity of the Sandini Shakti. So everything is manifesting. Krishna's garments, the Dham itself, Krishna's ornaments, all of these things. Baladev Prabhu is non-different from Krishna in this regard, but he has a different form and color. But he's the first expansion of Krishna like this. And his abhiman, his mentality, is to serve Krishna. So every type of service in this way, from Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, like this, even he can even give this Madhurya Ras, but how is he giving Madhurya Ras? In what form is he giving Madhurya Ras? You know? Yeah, Ananga Manchari. So he's coming like this. So Lord Baladev or Lord Nityananda is understood as a Khanda Guru Tattva. Even this service in Madhurya Ras, which is actually the property of Srimati Radhika, can only be given to those who are favored by Lord Nityananda. There's an intimate connection between Srimati Radhika and Lord Nityananda. So as we advance toward our goal that's been established by our Gurudev, he's explained the purpose for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent and what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give for those souls who have the adhikar, or the ability to accept this thing, or the capacity to accept it. Because in each and every jiva, automatically the constitution or the makeup of that jiva, they have just like, they have a constitution or makeup. Just like you can't change an apple into an orange. Whatever that seed is what it will grow. So according to that capacity, if we're eligible to obtain this highest thing, which is understood by our Guru Varga and our Gurudev to be this Manjari Bhav, or the service to Srimati Radhika's love for Krishna. This is such a high thing. And if we're so qualified and have that capacity to accept that thing, only by the mercy of Lord Nityananda can be accepted. So Lord Nityananda is who? Akhanda Guru Tattva. Means all gurus, all teachers who are giving this thing, they're coming and being accepted by Lord Nityananda in order to reach whatever platform may be. And only by this grace or mercy of Lord Nityananda are they accepted into Radharani's group. So today we're praying sincerely for the mercy of Lord Nityananda and our Guru Varga. Because our Gurudev himself, we understand, Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada mentions in the first chapter of Adi Leela that the Guru is a manifestation of Lord Nityananda or intimate girlfriend of Srimati Radhika. So in order to reach our goals, we should set goals for ourselves. Because Srila Prabhupada mentions that we should not stay Kanishta Adhikar. So Gurudev would often mention, he used to say, I can serve you prasadam, but I cannot chew for you. So it's essential that all of us, we have to develop, because so many things I'm seeing within the Vaishnava world these days. So much rocking or shaking of the tree. And Gurudev mentioned, he said it will be a very dark time when I'm no longer here. But he would also, what would his instruction be to us? Don't be hopeless, don't be weak. So our Gurudev was very strong, and he preached in a very strong way. In the same way, Lord Nityananda, very strong, very powerful manifestation. He's Lord Baladev himself, whose spiritual strength. So we have to develop the determination to continue to advance in bhakti. Maybe we can't achieve it all in one life, but we shouldn't be concerned for our own happiness. We want to develop to the point where we can actually give pleasure to Hari, Guru, and Vaishnava. So that means, just like, for instance, I've mentioned, you've heard, those who listen to me, you've heard me say this many times, we have to become ripe. Our bhakti has to become ripe. Because if you go anywhere and go to an apple orchard or a grape, mango, or you know, the groves where they have grapes, and you pick a grape that's not ripe and you taste it, it's bitter, no taste. So if we're not ripe and Krishna comes and picks, what will he taste? So we have to procure, make ourselves qualified by following the instructions of our Gurudev and our Guru Varga, and like this be pleasing and obtain the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda by being sincere. This is our only qualification. We may be so low, so many things, but I don't think, I listened to one lecture today, Makunda Prabhuji mentioned a really wonderful point. No one is more sinful than Jagai and Madai. No matter how many sins that we can commit, no one is actually, because who is Jagai and Madai? Who are they actually? Jayas. So they're coming to fulfill the instruction of the Supreme Lord for his pleasure. So they took 3 births as Ranyaksha and Aranyakashipu, Ravana and Kumbhakarna, Dantavakra, and Sisipal. So then they also were able to come in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, because in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, so many wonderful things, so many devotees from so many other incarnations, they're all coming and they get the opportunity to taste what? What are they getting an opportunity to taste? No, they're able to taste the intensity of that love. They may not be qualified for this, but the intensity of that love, Chaitanya came with the Sankirtan movement and he gave this. So they're all so blessed. But Jagai and Madai committed more sins than we can ever do. Even to the point where Chandragupta, who's the scribe of Yamaraj, he couldn't calculate, he couldn't keep up. It like burned out his computer. They were committing so many sins. So he just, threw his hands up. And even when Yamaraj himself came, he said, what is this? But even still, they received the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to come and do what? He wanted to kill him. Finish. But Lord Nityananda said, if you kill them, then you have to kill everybody. We didn't come for this time. So this is Lord's Leela. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was merciful to them. And so through the mercy of Lord Nityananda, they were able to become rectified. So in this way, if we pray sincerely, no matter what our situations are, how low we may feel, we can understand by the grace and mercy of Lord Nityananda and our Guru Varga, there's still some opportunity for us. Krishna is not so cruel that he'd come and give us all of these things and then give us the opportunity to advance. So Krishna Bhakti Janma Mula Hoya Sadhu Sangha, Krishna Prema Janma Teno Pona Mukhya Anga. By the mercy of the Vaishnavas, we get an opportunity to become awakened. And we must strive and pray to always be in that type of association, because that'll help us to go up and up and up. So we shouldn't be hopeless. We shouldn't be weak and think, I can't do it. Because we should have this type of determination. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur speaks about in the 11th canto in one purport. He says, even if lust and greed overpowers me, or even if Lord Brahma himself comes and tells me to engage in karma and jnana, he says, I can never give up bhakti. So not only today, but every day, but especially today, on Lord Nityananda's appearance day, we can pray for that mercy that he come and give us the association of Vaishnavas. The two types of Bhagavat, the book Bhagavat and the person Bhagavat. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Vanshakapa Trivescha, Kripa Sindhubevacha, Titalam Bhavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo. Lord Nityananda ki Jai!
Thank you, very good. You have spoken everything.
No.
Do you have a balance control to put it more in that speaker?
Speaker को
Turn
turn
the speaker. Just turn it.
More.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sehagana Raghunatham Vikautam Sajivam Sadvatam Sadvatam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sehagana Narika Shri Vishaka Anvita Ajnana Timbrandhasya Jnananjam Shalakya Chakshurna Viratam Dev Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Tinamane Shri Krishna Leela Katna Sudakshan Udare Madhuri Dhanishta Yukta Varamvaranyam Purusham Mahantam Narayana Tvam Shrisanam Vancha Prabhupada Vaishya Kripasam Patita Nama Pavanendya Vaishnavyo Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Tinamane Shri Krishna Leela Katna Sudakshan Udare Madhuri Dhanishta Yukta Varamvaranyam Purusham Mahantam Narayana Tvam Shrisanam Vancha Prabhupada Vaishya Kripasam Patita Nama Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gauri Hey Krishna Karuna Gopesh Gopikatan Radha Taptakantam Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Krishna Pranamami Krishna Bhakti Pade Satyavate Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
First of all, I pay my innumerable obeisances at the lotus feet of my most beloved and beloved Gurudev, Nityalila Vishnu, Vishnupada, Ashtotra Krishna, Narayan Goswami Maharaj. At the same time, I pay my innumerable obeisances up to all the Guru world, up to Nityananda Guru, and I pay my obeisances to all Vaishnava and Vaishnavi present here. Just now, we heard very nice Harikatha from Bhumipati Prabhu. Today is very auspicious day. I will say not only auspicious, it is magnanimous. Magnanimous means we can get maximum benefit from this day. We can get highest reward from the personality whose appearance day we are celebrating today. Nityananda Mahajan. He is known as magnanimous. He is none other than Balaram himself, the first extension of Krishna. Balaram sometimes became angry. Lakshman, he sometimes became angry. But Nityananda Prabhu, he never became angry. He showed his anger also with laughter. One time he showed it, but by laughing on it. He was never angry. That is why we sing this bhajan, Akarodh Paramanand Nityananda. He had these two qualities. No anger, Akarodha without anger, and Paramanand, and full of bliss and happiness, pleasure, full of transcendental pleasure. Who can distribute pleasure? Who has it? If you don't have in your treasure, how can you distribute it? He is the treasure house of bliss and pleasure. And he is without anger. You know, we say, Aar kab Nitai Chandra Karuna. Remember? Aar kab Nitai Chandra Karuna Harive Sansar Vasana Mol Kave Chai Kove Dur Have. Now remember one thing. These are the very subtle points we have to note. When we will have mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, then our material desire will go away. Otherwise not. Aar kave Nitai Chande Karuna Hoive. When the time will come, when I will have mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Sansar Vasana Maur Kave Tuch Have. And that time only it will be possible that my material desire will go away. Now we have to understand very clearly, as Prabhuji said, all of us, all the living entities has a spiritual body. Daily which we see in our mirror and we try to decorate it by combing and putting tilak or bindi or anything, is not our real body. Believe it. We have a very beautiful spiritual body. And if we do not realize that spiritual body, our life is useless. More we think about material body, less we will think about spiritual body. This is the fact. And more we think about material body, that is called Vishayavasana. That is called lust. That is called that we have to get out of it. And only by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu it can be possible. Har kavar nitai chande karuna hoibe sansar vasana. What is sansar vasana? When we think, we see ourselves in the bodily form, we believe ourselves this body, then we have this material desires. That is our sansar vasana. This is our lust and desire for worldly desire. You know, from where it starts? Just from concentrating ourselves on our this body, material body. Now see, this material body is made of 5 elements. Do you know? Who can tell children which are these 5 elements of which this body is made? Yeah. All these 5 elements put together is this material body. And there are 5 elements by which our Supreme Personality is made of. What? He told yes. Just now. Bhakta, Swayam Bhakta. Mahaprabhu has come as a devotee only. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Bhakta. Bhakta Savrup means who is attached to Bhakta. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar, and Advaita Chariji, and Srivas. These 5 elements put together make the Supreme Personality, and the 5 elements put together make our body. Now we have to have a journey from material Panch Tattva to the spiritual Panch Tattva. You understand? This we have to do. Then what will happen? Then we will be able to see Vrindavan. Why? Unless our material desires and our conception for our body does not go away, it does not come down, we cannot see real Vrindavan. That is why again it is said, Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha bhave mana. When the time will come, I was telling you that when you sing this bhajan, you should sing and should try to understand it and try to relate it with the facts and explain it. First, I need mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Then our material desire will go. When material desire will go, then we will be able to see Vrindavan. Kave Hama Haribo Shri Vrindavan. Haribo means when I will be able to see Haribo Shri Vrindavan. The real Vrindavan, where Radha Krishna are doing pastime, they are doing Ras Leela. We go to Vrindavan also, still we are seeing pigs there, monkeys there, drains, mandas. They are just trying to falsy our money. We don't see the real Vrindavan. The qualification for seeing the real Vrindavan is that our heart should be cleansed. And how the heart will be cleansed? Why? By our own endeavor we cannot do it. We cannot do it. So Nityananda Prabhu has come with dishwasher. He has come with a dishwasher. Only the thing is, in dishwasher we put the plates after washing it something. If we don't wash at all, then dishwasher may also fail. So little washing we need it, then the rest, what will we do? Who will do? Then the rest dishwasher will be the best dishwasher. When our heart will be cleansed, we will be able to see Vrindavan. Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha have man, kabe ham hariva Shri Vrindavan. See, the important point is, we are not this body, we are this soul. हम आत्मा हैं, हमारा बहुत सुंदर स्वरूप है. We have very beautiful body, but our body is not a dummy. When this physical body is so much active, it has so many relationships, it has so many affections for so many people. distribute our love to so many people, to mother, to father, to sister, to brother, to employees, to employer, and so many friends and all. When this material body is doing so much activity, what will be the real activity of the neat soul? It is full of love, tremendous of love. Its love capacity is so infinite that it can captivate Krishna in it. So much high love. It will come only when love for this body will reduce and go gradually. Then we will see in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a place which ignites our love. You understand ignite?
Ignite.
Ignite. Difference of the language.
Pronunciation.
Ignite. So it will ignite the fire of love. Then we will not see the bodies. We will not see the bodies. We will not get attracted towards the bodies. Even our kin and kith and kin, we will not get attracted towards them. Why? Because the real love of the soul is ignited, is kindled, fire, flame, heavy flame. To whom we will love? Then we will love Roop Raghunath. They are spiritual personality. Vishaya Chariya Kabe Chud Hame Van Kabe Ham Haribo Shri Vrindavan Roop Raghunath Pade Hoibe Akuti Kabe Tabe Ham Bujabo Se. Then I will have Akuti. Akuti means
deep attachment. Deep attachment.
Curiosity, eagerness, and so much deep attachment that I will be able to understand the love of Radha Krishna. When we will have this type of deep attachment for Roop Raghunath, then we will have such deep attachment for our whole Guru Parampara and then our with Guru also. When we have such deep attachment with our Guru, with Roop Raghunath, and we have given up our material attachment, then that time will come. The moment we will say Gaurang, Gaurang bolite have, then this thing will come. The first line comes in the last. So we have to ask from Nityananda Prabhu. I am having some feelings today. Try to come along with me. I don't know whether I can take you with me or not. You know, for our spiritual benefit, for our spiritual upliftment, though we may not know what is this spiritual upliftment, living entities are doing so many different things, so many. According to Indian theories, mostly people go and they start doing meditation. They take shelter of meditation. And for meditation, they do so many different activities. Some people goes to Himalaya and then they chant Om. Some people are doing meditation by putting the music loudly and trying to get themselves absorbed in that. When Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada came and hippies was there, they were trying to get meditating stage by taking drugs that they are trying to meditate. But this yoga is not at all fit for meditation. Meditation is impossible because it needs to control the mind, and even in Satya Yoga it was not possible to control the mind. And Arjun himself says, I can control air, but I cannot control purification process needs two things. Long process, years together, many years together, and also it needs full control of mind along with celibacy. It is not possible. This is the process mostly still all over the world people are doing in the name of yoga. Yoga centers. Let us go to yoga center. What will we do? We will do meditation by some exercise and yoga. Some people say, oh, let us do yajna, sacrifice. There is one cult in India named Arya Samaj. They only insist for yajna only. But yajna is also not possible in Kali Yuga. For yajna, you require two things, very essential. The number one, a perfect reciter of the mantras. And number two, the pure commodities to be offered into sacrifice. We don't have anything pure. Neither we have milk pure, nor we have ghee pure, nor we have anything pure. And no question of perfect reciter. In recitation, if there is little change, the whole effect of the sacrifice will go topsy-turvy. You know, there is word topsy-turvy. What does it mean?
Upside down.
Eh? Upside down. The result will be upside down. So sacrifice is also not at all recommended and possible. Though in India still everywhere, and still our Vaishnava system, we go and do sacrifice, Vaishnava yajna. But these yajna is not so much recommended in this Kali Yuga. It does not have so good result. Then the third is that we do worshipping of the Lord, Archan. And Archan is also not possible in Kali Yuga. Because Archan requires also many things. Offerings. Archan requires offerings. Offerings should be neat. And the Archak who is doing offering, he should be perfect. Many gold coins and gold things, gold crowns used to be given to the Lord for doing good archan. We are doing archan in our mat. We give good dress to our Lord. And a real good dress cost us, real good dress which we give to Lord during Janmashtami or Gurudev's appearance day and all, it cost us about 1,25,000 rupees. How much does it come in dollars?
$2,000.
Huh?
$2,000.
Yeah, $2,000. At least $2,000.
Yeah. 65,
And
66.
and you need to, this is what our dress. If you go to ISKCON, their standard, I think the dresses must be more costlier than that. Dress along with ornaments. And daily we have to change the dress. It is archan. How much money is required? Not possible. So archan is also not possible. So its result we cannot get. Neither meditation is possible, nor yajna is possible, not archan is possible. Then come the path of bhakti. Bhakti is possible everywhere or anywhere by anyone. It is possible everywhere, anywhere, and by everyone. Bhakti is possible. What is the requirement of bhakti? Requirement of bhakti is, Krishna is telling us, we have to fulfill that requirement. Then bhakti is easy by any one of us at any time. Sarv dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Bhakti starts from sharanam. So, Vishaka, what does it mean? Sarv dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja.
We didn't really know. I know, but I always remember like what they are. Just
little bit
whatever you remember.
Sarv
dharman parityajya mam ekam
dharman parityajya. Chodo. And
leave
I just remember the word. I just remember the word. I don't know the word.
You know the verse?
Yeah,
Tell the verse.
I'm giving up all the religious principles and surrender to me. I will definitely protect you.
Okay. Who can give the meaning?
You just did.
Tell.
Say it.
It's okay that he's asking the kids.
जोर से बोलना.
Abandon all forms of religion.
Surrender to me. I will definitely protect you.
surrender to me.
ये किसने बोला?
Abandon all varieties. And variety comes from the word to diverge. So the Sanatana Dharma is one of varieties. So to vary. Vary means to become different. Sanatana Dharma is one.
Yeah. So this is bhakti. Bhakti is based on Shraddha. Shraddha means having firm faith on Krishna and our scriptures and Vaishnavas. See, Hari, Guru, Vaishnava. If we have three personalities and we have a strong faith for them, that is known as Shraddha. So for this, we have to show ourselves one-pointedness. In order to take full shelter of Krishna, we have to give up our other shelters which we have taken. So give up, abandon all the varieties of dharma. What does it mean by variety of dharma? If suppose we are doing Durga Devi Puja, we have to give it up. If we are doing Lord Shiva Puja, we have to give it up. If we are doing Yajna, we have to give it up. If we are doing meditation process, we have to give it up. If we are doing one ashram dharma, I am Brahman, I am Kshatri, we have to give it up. If we say, I can't believe who is the Supreme. He may be formless, he may be with form, but I think mostly Indians says there is some supernatural power who is controlling everything. Finally, where will they land? There is some supernatural power who is controlling everything. So Krishna says, give up all these nonsense ideas. First give up. He is not power. He is powerful. He is not potency. He is potent. So Krishna is saying, first give up all the variety of your shelters where you have taken your shelter. We go to astrologers, we think that they will do our betterment. We put some stones, we put some mantras, Shani mantra, Shani puja, Praspati mantra. These all are the shelter of others. But Krishna is saying, what should we do?
Give it all.
Give up. And then take my shelter. I am Krishna. I am only Supreme Personality of God. No one is superior to me. Believing this thing firmly, giving up everything, you take my shelter. Very good. Now, the thing should be done. Now when we do this thing, we try to do this thing. It is difficult to do this thing. we try to do this thing, then our material desire come in the way. We may give up all other religious faith and firmly believe Krishna is supreme, but our material things come in our way. I love this boy, I love this girl, I love my son, I love my children, I love my business, I love my this thing, that thing. They are coming in way. When we are chanting, our material desires come. Krishna says, no material desire. If you have material desire and chant my name, it is offense and it will be very effectless. We have tried so many other methods, they were useless. Then we came to bhakti. Bhakti was very big hope for us. But when we are doing again bhakti, then again we got stuck. Where did we get stuck? We got stuck because of our material desire. Then someone says, go to Vrindavan and do some bhajan, go do this thing. Krishna is very, very merciful. But when we go there, there is also requirement of purification of heart, no offense, offenseless bhakti. We go to devotees, we sit with the devotees, but sometimes we like some devotees and sometimes we do not like some devotees. And unnecessarily, because of our devotee association, we start doing offenses. That is called Vaishnava Aparad. Again problem. The highest, best method, but still not giving the fullest effect. We are getting stuck. Then Krishna saw this thing, our limitation. He said, okay, don't worry. He came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, even you don't worry about your offenses also. The offenses which were the biggest impediment, then Krishna gave us concession for that by coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wanted to distribute love for himself, for Krishna, love for Krishna. Now, the requirement is we have to take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is giving us free-handed, opulently, all those highest things to the lowest personalities, to the fallen personalities. Highest path, highest shelter. And it is also difficult to take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing his pastime in Mayapur, in Srivas Angan. He is taken sannyas. He has gone to Jagannath Puri. He is doing all his pastime in a place known as Gambhira. Who in this world has time to think about these things? Leave his house, go to Gambhira, see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, take his shelter. We are busy in our roti, kapda, or bhata. You know, here are we busy in roti, kapda, or bhata. No position that we can take shelter. Then Nityananda.
Bread, cloth and house. Not butter. Forget about
bread and butter. We are busy in bread and butter.
No, roti means bread, kapra means cloth, and
means
house.
We are busy in these three things. So, we are busy. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appointed his most dearest personality, nearest and dearest, none other than Balram himself, Nityananda Prabhu, that you go and distribute to house. Don't let them come to me, you take me to them. This is magnanimous. Don't come to me, take me to them. Then Nityananda Prabhu said, Amare kiniyo laho bolo Gaur Hari.
Hari Hari.
Oh, please.
Buy me.
Please. You are busy in your household work. Why are you busy? I will wash your utensils. I will wash your clothes. I will mop your house. I will clean everything and I will cook for you also. You just purchase me as your servant. And you have to give only one cost, say Gaur Hari. And saying this thing, he is not only saying, oh, say Gaur Hari, I will do everything for you. No, he just rolls on the ground and touches the feet of that person and says, please, purchase me. Please, I am sold to you. Please say Gaur Hari. Rolling on the ground. Ita boli Nityananda Bhumipati jai. And his body is like golden color. Sonar parvat jane dhulake lota. That as if a golden mountain is rolling on the ground. This is magnanimous. What he did? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is ocean of love. He is ocean of love. But this ocean also has a limitation, and that limitation is the boundary.
It cannot go door to door.
The ocean is
its own boundary.
Limited by the boundary.
Damn.
And he broke the boundary. He's a alley. He broke the boundary so that that ocean should go as a flood into each and every house. अब क्या करोगे? अब तो बाढ़ आ गई. Now it is flood. Where will you go? Where will you go? Those who do not want it, they were also flooded and drowned. This is because of Nityananda. The greatness of Nityananda. Not greatness, magnanimous thing. This Nityananda Prabhu, he appeared around 1474. AD? What do you call it? AD. In Bengal. The name of that place was Ek Chakra Gram. And I think Veerbhat something was the name of that district. Ek Chakra Gram.
Veerbhum.
Eh?
Veerbhumi.
Veerbhumi.
Is a district.
District. He was. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was born, he was appeared in Mayapur. Alone. No one knew he is Supreme Lord. And all his closest associates, they were born at different places, not at that place. And gradually, when Mahaprabhu manifested his Godheadness, all those associates, they came together at one place, that is Mayapur. If you want to go to see Ek Chakra Gram, it takes 7 hours in buses.
We have been there.
Been there, na? It takes 6-7 hours in bus. It is so far off from the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And his father was Hadai Pandit, and mother was, what was the name of mother? Padmavati probably. From his childhood, he was having one project only. What was he doing? He was doing acting, pastime of Krishna and Ram and Vara and so many pastimes. He will collect the students and the school boys and his colleagues. Oh, today we will do this pastime, today we will do this pastime. Then he will give them dialogues. They will memorize dialogue. Then he will perform those pastimes. Every day he was performing different pastimes. Sometime Krishna birth, sometime Bakasur, Uddhav, Yeah, Nityananda. कौन खो गया? नित्यानंद प्रभु. Nityananda Prabhu in his childhood, say when he was 5 years old, or 6 years old, or 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, he was performing. And all the locality people used to come and see this boy from where he knows all these pastimes. And so perfectly, so wonderful dialogues he gave to everyone. And his acting was wonderful. Once he did a pastime, then Akrurji came to Gokul and took away Krishna with him. And the gopis are crying for him. And he started crying in such a pathetic way to perform his role. And he fell down and he became rather unconscious. People were saying, is he doing drama or he is really doing it? It was difficult to distinguish. He was always absorbed in that mood.
Even that.
And one day it was the ultimate. What happened?
Lakshman.
That he was performing the pastimes of fight between Ravana and Ram. Very heavy fight was going on. And at that time, he said, now today is the fight between Lakshman and Meghnad.
Yes.
And Meghnad will shoot the arrow Shakti Ban. And Lakshman will fall unconscious. And this Hanuman, you have to go to the Himalaya, Gandhamadhav Parvat, and bring Sanjeevani Bhuti. You will not be able to bring Sanjeevani Bhuti. So you bring that whole mountain, and then, Sushan Ved, you are Mr. Ved, you are Sushan Ved. You will take some Jadi Bhuti and you give to the Lakshman, and then Lakshman will become conscious. And he gave everyone perfect role. And then Shakti Bhanal Chala Lakshman ke Meghnad ne mara kas ke. Meghnad, he shooted the Shakti Ban. And Lakshman, he got hurt, he became unconscious. And who was Lakshman this time? This was Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda is Lakshman. And when he became unconscious, everyone became perturbed. They did not see that it was a drama. They saw that really he became unconscious. They thought that probably that arrow, it really hurt him and he had become unconscious. And whole of the village came, so many doctors came, they tried to make him in consciousness, but he did not come in consciousness. Then there was an old Vaidya, he said, tell me what happened, tell me the whole story. They said that this was a drama. He said, what was the drama? Tell me the drama. That he will become unconscious, then Hanumanji will go. Where is Hanumanji?
Bring Hanuman.
Bring Hanuman. Then Hanumanji comes. Then what happened? He said that he will have to bring Gandhamadhav Parvat. Oh, bring Gandhamadhav Parvat. He brought some big mountain with Jadi Bhuti. Where is Sushan Vaidya? That Dr. Vaidya was called. And Vaidya, he took some Jadi Bhuti and gave to Lakshman. And Lakshman
came conscious.
He
saw that place. He saw that place.
You went there?
ले देखा आपने? कहाँ देखा?
एक चक्रा में गया।
एक चक्रा में गया थे, जगह दिखाया गया था, देखे थे।
Everything is there.
So, when he became 12 years old, and before 13, in between, a sannyasi came to his father and said, I want your son to go along with me. I want to go for pilgrimages. Father, first he was reluctant, then finally he gave. Because his son was also purely into devotional line, and he said, okay, you go. And then he started wandering, started going from one place to another place. What happened to this sannyasi has not been told. But Nityananda Prabhu is now going. From 12 years old to 30, 31 years old, he was keep on going. Then one time when he became young, maybe 25, 28 or 30 years old, something like that. He came to Pandharpur. The name of the place is Pandharpur, where there is very great devotees like Namdev and all. Their worship of a deity is there. What they call?
Vitthal.
Vitthal. Who said Vitthal? Yeah. आप महाराष्ट्र से हो ना? नहीं.
No, but he reads.
हैं?
He reads a lot of books.
Vitthal.
Vitthal, like this place is like same in south, like Mathura it is, or Vrindavan, that place they consider.
Yeah.
Pandharpur.
So Pandharpur, he met a very, very advanced saint who is in our line. His name was Lakshmi Tirth. He was in the line of Madhvacharya. And Lakshmi Tirth, they saw each other. He is devotee and he is devotee. One is senior and one is Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is Balram. So they met each other. Lakshmi Tirth also had a dream that Balram gave him. And he had a dream of Balram. And today he is seeing Nityananda Prabhu. He saw the same personality which he had a dream. And Nityananda Prabhu said, I want to take initiation from you. You give me initiation. Then he was quiet because he was totally stunned. Who? That he is Balram. What should I give him initiation? Oh, you are thinking that what mantra you want to give me? You give me this mantra. Then he gave that mantra to him. Which? Gopal mantra. You give me this mantra. Then he gave this mantra and said, how do you know this mantra? You gave me this mantra. You gave me your darshan in dream also. I want to know who are you. Then to his guru he showed his form of Balram, that I am Balram. And there was another personality. He was also disciple of Lakshmi. He was very, very staunch devotee of Krishna. He was Guru of Ishwar Puripal. He was, his name was Madhavendra Puri. We have to remember these names. These are very important. So Madhavendra Puri also he met, and both were god brothers. But Madhavendra Puri was senior, so Nityananda Prabhu took him as his guru again. So the Diksha Guru, Lakshmi Tirth, and Shiksha Guru, and they had a very nice time, Madhavendra Puripad and Nityananda Prabhu. Then Nityananda Prabhu went to Vrindavan. He is roaming. And roaming. And in Vrindavan, after taking initiation, when he became about 30 years old, 30 or 31 years old, he is crying and crying. Where is my Kanhai? Where is my Kanhai? He is going from one place to another place, rolling on the ground, asking from the people, where is Kanhai? Then he had an aerial voice. Oh Nityananda, oh Balram, your Kanhai has already taken birth in Bengal, Mayapur. You go there. Then he went there. Nearly he became 32 years old, and the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was 20 years old. There is difference of
11 years.
12 years age difference. So he came to Mayapur.
He didn't know all this time. He did not know.
But
no, he didn't know that. 30 years उनको पता है कुछ नहीं पता चला.
No. He did not know where is he, what is his age. This we are calculating according to our time. Spiritual time always stationary. We are telling that how much time. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he lived in Mayapur up to the age of 24. Then he took sannyas and he went to Jagannath Puri. Then Nityananda Prabhu, he came to Mayapur. And in Mayapur, very nice, beautiful garden he found. And its name was Udyan. Udyan means garden. Isho Udyan. The name of the garden was Isho Udyan. It was being looked after by a very great saintly person, and his name was, what was his name? Nandanacharya, I think. Nandanacharya. He was looking after that place. He sat down there. If my Kanhai has taken birth, why should I am his elder brother, why should I go on moving and find him out? Why should not he? So I will not go to him. Now, up to this point, he was looking for him, and then he became sulky mood.
Stubborn.
Little bit feelings of contrary mood, which Gurudev says, I will not go to see him. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to all his associates, go, there is a very advanced person has come. Mahabhagavat has come. Find him out. No one could find him. Then Mahaprabhu himself went there. And first time in life, both were together, amne samne, seeing each other. And then what would have been the meeting ecstasy? None of us can even think of it. Enjoy that Krishna Balaram, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they met after so much deep separation, intensity. So after long separation, intensified mode of separation, when we meet, then our love goes to highest extent. So Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu, they met together. They are together. They are one. Nityananda Prabhu is the expansion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Balaram is expansion of Krishna. They are not different. But they are showing the pastimes, that how the love acts. Sometimes it makes separation, and sometimes it makes meeting. Meeting, separation, meeting, separation. And then they started doing very ecstatic kirtan in Srivas Angan. For 4 years they did it. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, and Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan, but Nityananda Prabhu was now controlling Mahaprabhu.
He didn't want him to.
And he said that he should not go to Vrindavan.
Anyway.
By trick, he took him to the Shantipur, the place of Advaitacharya. There everyone came and saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu's mother also came and saw him. Saw him in the shaved head position. He had a long hair, now he had a shaved head. And Mahaprabhu wept. He said, oh mother, I did wrong thing. I should not have taken sannyas. If you say, I reject my sannyas, then she said, why should I say this thing? But don't go much far away from here. Go to Puri, stay there. Then they went to Puri. When they were going to Puri, he was holding sannyas danda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Nityananda Prabhu was very much envious of that danda. He said, my Supreme Lord is carrying a danda. Why should he carry a danda? Then at near Jagannath Danda
Bhaga River.
Bhaga River, there is a river.
Yeah.
Mahaprabhu gave him this danda for that hold it. But instead of holding it, he folded it.
He broke it.
You know, he folded the danda into 3 parts. And then he threw into the river. Mahaprabhu says, where is my danda? He says, oh, it broke and I threw it in the river. You are not supposed to carry that danda. Mahaprabhu became angry, then he went to Jagannath Puri alone, and he got fainted in Puri temple. after seeing Jagannath ji, and then Sarvam Bhattacharya ji took him to his house, and after that Nityananda Prabhu with his all devotees he came, and then he also went to Sarvam Bhattacharya ji. When Nityananda Prabhu did Kirtan, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got consciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went for South India, 2-3 years he was there. Nityananda Prabhu was in Jagannath Puri for that time. When Mahaprabhu came, and he came to know that Bengal has become ruined from Bhakti, because Mahaprabhu came here, Nityananda Prabhu also came here, no one was there, Advaita Acharya and all, everyone came here. Then Mahaprabhu sent Nityananda back where?
Go back.
Mayapur.
To?
Mayapur.
To Navdeep. You go to Bengal. And when he was going Bengal, he stopped many places. The first place he stopped was Chapahat. Here Raghunath Das was, what was that?
There he did the function, Dahi Chuda function.
Panihat.
Panihat.
He stayed there for many months, and there Raghunath Das Goswami came. Just now our Prabhuji told Jagai Madai story, very nice story. That Jagai Madai was so much sinful that even the computer of Yamaraj and Chitragupta
also failed.
It failed. They did not have memory and space in it. So Nityananda Prabhu showed that he really did good things for two type of person. Number one, the worst people like Jagai Madai. Number two, the best person like Raghunath Das Goswami. He did good to both. He made love. क्या होगा? बस अब तो खत्म करने का टाइम आ गया, तुम वॉल्यूम कर।
लास्ट में भी याद आया। इसको सिस्टम को फेंक के नया सिस्टम को ठीक से सुनना चाह रहे हैं।
तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु के मिशन को लेकर नित्यानंद प्रभु बंगाल में आए और पानीहाट में ठहरे. And in Panihat he did tremendous of kirtan, tremendous. So many people started coming and infiltrating inside. And that time Raghunath Das also came from his house. And he was there. And he came to Nityananda Prabhu. Please, please, do something for me. I want to leave my house and go to Mahaprabhu. He said, you are thief? You want to take Mahaprabhu without my consent? Without my order? Mahaprabhu is my property. No one can take without me. This is the instruction of Nityananda Prabhu. This is the theory that we cannot take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can be held by way of love only, and this love is attained only by mercy of Nityananda.
Without entry pass, you cannot get there.
And then you have to pay the price for it. You have done the wrong thing. You feed everyone. Millions of people were there, and he fed all those people dahi chirwa. He took the flat rice and the yogurt and bananas and very delicious. And they made two plates. One was made for Mahaprabhu and one was made for Nityananda Prabhu. And Kirtan was performed. Mahaprabhu came there in that Kirtan. And then he sat there and he took that dahi chirwa. Raghunath Das Goswami saw Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Das Goswami saw Nityananda Prabhu. They blessed him. From then, Raghunath Das Goswami got a chance and he ran away from his house and met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He went to many other places also. He went to place of Buddhists. They are atheist people. He changed the whole village into Krishna devotee, Mahaprabhu's devotee. And finally he stayed in Srivasagan and he taking Malini Devi. He married also there. And this time he went, he married two sisters. They were none other than Balram's wife. The name of Balram's wife is Revati and Varuni. Two wives are there, Revati and Varuni. These two wives, they became Revati and Varuni, and they became Vasudha and
Janava.
Janvi. So these two wives were there. So this is the pastime of Nityananda Prabhu. They say that in the last time he came again near to his house, where he went into the one deities. And still we have that temple. And along with deities, then Janvi is also standing there. So the whole theory is that Nityananda Prabhu is magnanimous. By his Siddhant, he is none other than Krishna. He is the first expression of Krishna, and he is the whole soul dealer of love. He is distributing the love, ocean of love to each and everyone. When it rains, Guru gives that water of mercy in the form of rain, but Nityananda Prabhu gave in the form of flood. This is the difference. Vishwanath Chakravarti says Guru also gives that mercy. How? Guru rises from the ocean, comes as a cloud, and he showers the fire of the forest. And what Nityananda Prabhu did, he cut the boundaries, Katiya Mohana, and he let the mercy of flood of mercy overflow. So, if we really want to advance in Krishna consciousness, want true love, we try to understand Krishna is Sat Chit Anand. He is Sat Chit Anand. Sat means who has the form, Satta. Satta means who has establishment. So the Satta is maintained by his one potency. Chit means knowledge. Chit is maintained by Krishna's other potency. And Anand is maintained by other potency. He has three facets. Krishna has three facets, and he has three potencies. All these three potencies are maneuvering these form of the Lord, subgroup of the Lord. Sat is controlled by, Sat is maintained by Sandhani potency. Chit is maintained by Samvit potency, and Anand is maintained by Aladani potency. And again, these potencies are useless unless there is a person who is controlling them. So, Sandhani Shakti, this Sandhani potency, which really takes care of the existence of everything, existence of Krishna, existence of Vrindavan, existence of each and every personality and land, whatever is visible there. This Sandhani Shakti is controlling everything, and the controller of Sandhani Shakti is Balaram. So if Balaram is not there, then Krishna is also not there, then Vrindavan is also not there. He is the person, he is first expansion of Krishna, and he is doing this seva of Krishna, that he is doing everything for Krishna. There are 5 types of rasas, and Balaram is giving all the ras enjoyment to Krishna. He is serving him as his elder brother in Vatsalya Bhav. He is serving him as brother by massaging his feet in a Dasya Bhav. He is in friendly way, he is playing with him. In the Sakhya Bhav he is serving him. In the Shant Bhav he is serving. And he is also another form, that is Anang Manjari form. And Anang Manjari is dedicated, loyal servant of Radharani. As a Radharani servant, she is also serving Krishna. So Nityananda Prabhu, he is so much to Krishna, no one can attain. And also he is Akhanda Guru Tattva. Akhanda Guru Tattva means he is the head of the department of all the Gurus. He is the supplier of Gurus. He sends Guru to us. We are so much fortunate that he sent Srila Gurudev to us. Our Gurudev is his manifestation. So Gurudev and Nityananda Prabhu are not different. We have to surrender to Nityananda Prabhu. In order to surrender to Nityananda Prabhu, we need to surrender to our Gurudev. by surrendering to Gurudev, just as Giraj Parvat is a very big mountain, but we take one stone of that Parvat and we worship this stone, then it is worship of whole Giraj Parvat. Similarly, Gurudev is manifestation of Nityananda Prabhu. If we worship our Gurudev, then it is worshipping of whole Guru Parampara up to Nityananda Prabhu. Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Questions?
Yeah.
So you explained about meditation in Sakya Yuga. You explained about sacrifice or judgment in Treta Yuga, Archan in Dwapara Yuga, but you didn't explain so much on Harinam. You mentioned Bhakti, but not so much on Harinam in Kali Yuga, because this is Yuga Dhamma.
So, he is rectifying me. I should bhakti, I should say we need Shraddha, and bhakti is done by Harinam only. What is the way of doing bhakti? Bhakti means Harinam, chanting the name of Krishna. When we chant the name of Krishna, we can really get the love for Krishna. This is Kali Yuga Dharma. But I told we were getting problem in this thing. What was the problem? Naam, aparad, offense for naam. So we are trying our level best to go ahead, but these offenses are making us problem. So Nityananda Prabhu, as the delivery agent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whole soul delivery agent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he distributed this Harinam Sankirtan to us by removing the danger of offenses from it. He said, you take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Goloka or Hari, I will exempt you from offenses. So the bhakti is Harinam Sankirtan. Harinam Sankirtan is none other than Krishna. So Krishna, Harinam Sankirtan and Bhakti is same thing one way or other. Only we have to do offenseless Harinam Sankirtan, and that we can do only when we take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. Thank you.
How to practically avoid Nama Parad?
Nothing you can do, just take the shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
And Nityananda Prabhu. All of Radha.
You know, I was meditating upon this point, and I found that our Gurudev, he left his body in Jagannath Puri, but he took Samadhi in Navadvip Dham. It was the full planning of our Gurudev that his disciples should take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, because Navadvip Dham is Dham and it is being looked after by Sandhani potency, and the predominating deity of this Sandhani potency is Nityananda Prabhu. One way Nityananda Prabhu and Gurudev, they got merged in this Samadhi. So if we take shelter of Gurudev Samadhi in a Navadvip Dham and take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu and chant as much as time Nityananda's name, more shelter we will take of Nityananda Prabhu, more we will be getting opportunity to chant without offense. Our offenses will be removed, our offenses will be exempted also.
Nitai.
Yeah. And all these Nityananda bhajan, we don't need, we have to take shelter. Shelter does not mean that we are chanting this name only. don't chant Hare Krishna, just chant Gaur Nitai, Gaur Nitai, Gaur Nitai. No, we have to chant Gaur Nitai and take their shelter. Oh, you are none other than Krishna Balaram. Please accept me as your servitor, and we want to really get devotees, high-class devotees in our life. We want high-class devotional service in our life. So chanting their name, chanting their bhajan, and chanting their and doing prayers to them, we take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu and Gurudev. We should take this shelter together. And our Gurudev gave us this opportunity by taking samadhi in Navdev Dham, that we can take. We should meditate. Now we are going to Navdev. We are going to Nityananda Prabhu. We are going to Gurudev. We should meditate upon how is the samadhi. We should pay our obeisances. Even we are in USA. That way we are surrendering to Nityananda Prabhu. And we will become more and more offenseless. And inside we will get guidance. You know what happens? Our association creates offenses, and our association creates us offenseless also.
Yeah.
So from within our heart we will get insight that with whom should we associate to become offenseless, and to whom we should resist to not become offensive.
Question, any question please?
Swamiji, you touched on the subject about Hanuman went and won the whole mountain to cure Lakshman. I would like you to elaborate a little more on that, as how you could explain to these young children that are going to college that Hanuman won the mountain.
The potency of Hanumanji?
He picked the mountain and brought it, and it is still there. We don't have any question. He was powerful. He is Hanuman, and
the kids have full confidence of Hanumanji.
He really took one mountain in his hand, and he brought it there, and he kept it there. It is not something any exaggeration.
Exaggeration? The same thing. Once Prabhupada was giving a lecture, and he talked, someone asked about how is it Krishna and Balaram jumped off a mountain 88 miles high. He said because Krishna knows the science. So just like everything, there's a science to it. So Hanuman knew the science, just like Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill. There's so much of science, but Krishna, he knows all the science. So Hanuman, he's the servant of the Lord, he also knows the science. So it's not difficult.
He knew the science to lift the mountain, and he knew the science to carry it, and he knew the science to put it down.
On the Facebook, every fifth, sixth note is yours.
It's just like we have a potency.
I got her.
And in the beginning, we may not know, like a young child, he may see somebody lifting weights. And in the beginning, he can't do that. But eventually, as his power develops, or in the case of devotees, as they surrender, Krishna enriches them with the Shakti to do that. Then they know how to lift it, how to do it. This is
we are in Sriman Bhagavatam, we are reading Priyavrata Katha. Priyavrata, he made such a big chariot that he made 7 oceans, and he made 7 Dweep. Jambudweep is one of them, and that chariot was like sun. Sun got bewildered that another sun has come. We cannot imagine it. This is called inconceivable.
That's what I'm saying.
Krishna has this potency. Just like if we look we go to Vrindavan and we see Sevakund and we say, oh, this is so small. How millions of gopis?
So yesterday I was watching one movie in that they said, right, whatever scientists discovered distance between Earth and Sun in 18th century. But in Tulsidas wrote that thing in Hanuman Chalisa in 14th century.
Yeah.
And it is exactly.
Definitely.
It is exactly. So, but who told Tulsidas? Definitely Hanuman himself told. Yug Sahastra Yojan Par Bhanu, right? That part.
This is scientists, what scientists think, their knowledge is stolen by illusion. They can never figure out Krishna in millions and millions.
Science are inventing and discovering all those facts which already are there in distorted form.
Yes.
Ascending process instead of descending, everything.
Their investigation is not perfect because they are not having the concept of Lord, Supreme Lord. So, बोल भाई विशाखा क्या पूछना? अरे पूछ ले. होना चाहिए.
Ask some question. You should have question. Prabhuji, I can ask question.
आपसे क्या पूछना? आपका उत्तर पता नहीं दे पाऊंगा कि नहीं.
नहीं हम दे पाएंगे जरूर. But I forgot. I heard from one Maharaj, but maybe you have also heard, so you can tell me the answer. I mean the transition I was talking about. When in Treta, when the Ram and Lakshman, so Lakshman was younger brother, and Ram was the elder brother. So he always be disciplined by Ram. No, control your anger, control your this thing, control your this thing. So Lakshman didn't like it. So when they come in the Dwapar, he became the elder brother to take the revenge of it, that now I will say whatever I say. And Krishna used to listen to that. Every time he asked his permission and always listened to him. So what inspired in Kali Yuga when
Gurudev said Krishna listened to his brother because he was elder brother.
Yeah,
but he did everything what he desired and did not allow what his brother desired.
Yeah.
His brother wanted that Duryodhan should get married to his sister, but he did not allow it.
Even the Duryodhan daughter.
Duryodhan's daughter was supposed to be married.
Duryodhan's son was supposed to marry.
Get married with the sister
Subhadra. Duryodhan's son was.
So in Kali Yuga, what was the mood of Nityananda Prabhu?
Exclusive.
I mean, we are talking about magnanimous and everything.
Though he was
with
elder,
what mood he came?
Though he was elder, but his mood was totally to serve, totally servitor. He was the wholesale dealer of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Harinam Sankirtan. Totally servitor mood, and this what he showed it. In Shrivas Angan,
what transpired?
In Shrivas Angan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared Vyas Puja, that let us do Vyas Puja of Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu said, yes, yes, yes. So, somehow or other, he took the garland and we waited for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the moment Mahaprabhu came, he gave this garland to Mahaprabhu and he showed, this is the Vyas Puja. The whole world is doing Vyas Puja of Nityananda Prabhu as Akhand Guru Tattva, and this Akhand Guru Tattva is doing Vyas Puja of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he showed this thing.
So how this concept of servitorship came from a younger brother to elder brother to the seva.
This is only from human-like pastimes we can think like this, but they are eternal. It is not that Lakshman was one time and Nityananda Prabhu was another time.
You cannot conceive, so do not allow a small brain. You have to make money tomorrow.
The original Abhiman is that Baladev is older brother.
Yeah, so their Abhiman is permanent. Yeah. But only for the human-like pastimes, this is said like this, so that it should create curiosity in us. Yeah. It should create eagerness in us to know their qualities and characteristics and attributes.
Okay, any more questions?
More questions during Prasadam.
When will you finish it?
No more questions during Prasadam.
Very good katha.
Jai.
Nityananda Prabhu ki
Jai.
Diri ji had a question. Diri ji had a question.
शुभ संध्या आरती की जय। जय नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय अखंड गुरु तत्व नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। आविर्भाव तिथि महोत्सव की जय। आविर्भाव तिथि महोत्सव पालन करने वाले भक्तवृंद की जय। जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। परम आराध्यतम गुरुदेव की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत भगवान गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत त्रिविक्रम महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव जी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। परम आराध्यतम परम गुरुदेव की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोपाल की जय। महाभागवत गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जी की जय। वैष्णव सार्वभौम जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। गौड़िया वेदांत चार्य बलदेव विद्याभूषण प्रभु की जय। श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती पाद की जय। सुनरोत्तम दास ठाकुर निवासाचार्य श्यामानंद प्रभु की जय। श्री रसिकानंद रामचंद्र कविराज कृष्णदास कविराज महाराज की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट श्री जी गोपाल गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंद गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर जी की जय। प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर गोपीनाथ राधा कुमार श्याम गुरु गोविंद की जय। नवन मथुरा धाम की जय। धाम की जय। यमुना महारानी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। सर्वविघ्न निवारक नरसिंह भगवान की जय। अक्षरमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। रमन बिहारी गौड़िया मठ की जय। और हरि श्री राधा
So tomorrow, Prabhuji program will be at temple. There is a temple in Vain at 5 o'clock, 5 to 7. So I request everyone to be there.
Nobody will know where the temple is.
Huh?
I sent the address in the email.
The address is in the email.
Yeah, I put the address.
The timing was not confirmed before, so we didn't put the timing, but it is 5 to 7. So we'll start